We're now going to pre-crystallize our chocolate on a marble top. We're going to do that according to the 3 principles of crystallizing chocolate, being time, temperature and movement. Temperature, because we're going to start our melter at 45 degrees. We're going to go down to 27 to heat it up slightly at a working temperature of 31 to 32 degrees. So therefore I'm going to lower my temperature of my melter now at slightly above 30 degrees. So now let's get started. Just pour out about 2/3 of the melted chocolate on the marble and start working it by keeping it in motion. When dark chocolate is melted at 45 degrees centigrade, it has melted perfectly evenly. Yet at this temperature, the cocoa butter in the chocolate will hardly contain any stable beta crystals anymore. The idea is to bring back a sufficient amount of beta crystals into the chocolate. We need them to make sure our chocolate will set perfectly, with a nice hard snap, a good gloss and enough power to contract from the molds when we mold it. By pouring the chocolate onto the worktop and by keeping it in motion, the magic starts. The stable cocoa butter crystals will start to form. You can see it and even feel it. The chocolate will become gradually thicker. When the chocolate has cooled down to about 27 degrees centigrade, it contains enough stable crystals to mix it with the remaining chocolate in the melter. After mixing it in, you should end up with an average temperature of about 32 degrees centigrade, which is the perfect working temperature for dark chocolate. So, now the chocolate is back in the melter, we need to stir it thoroughly so the chocolate has the same temperature all over. Once this is done and we have the right fluidity, we're going to take a tester again. We're going to leave the chocolate on the marble for about a minute and it should be set by then. As we can see, the chocolate is nice and hard already, but it will need another 12 hours to crystallize completely. The same method though applies to milk and white chocolate, though for milk chocolate we will put a temperature of 31 degrees and on white chocolate we will put a temperature of 29 degrees to crystallize. So with this chocolate you can mold, unrobe or dip, and you'll see that it will perfectly set and harden and contract from your molds, simply because it has all the right cocoa butter crystals that do the work.